Hello. I just wanted to go on live really quickly. Thank you guys for being there for the live I just did. That was recording a podcast with my friend Rita. And I literally put the phone up to the computer. So you probably couldn't hear that well. I don't know. I'll probably unlist it and then, what do you call it? You know what to call it. Call it whatever you want. I'll unlist it and then check out the audio and stuff. I just want to wish you guys a happy day and give you a little small announcement. I am working with Whelp now. So I'm going to put that there. Their YouTube channel is Whelp. So that should be there. So we were live the other night. I'm not sure. So they do a whole Patreon thing. But Whelp is really fun. It's two Canadian guys. We listen to music and then we comment on the music. They're both vastly above me in terms of music knowledge and all those kinds of things. But it's a fun hang and it's a fun place to be. Hey, Patagonia. I used to love that brand of clothes, by the way. So please subscribe to them. Hold on. Just do that. I'll be on again tonight. Like and subscribe. So we were talking about some interesting stuff. If you see my last live, which also was kind of like an interesting test, like why does YouTube love vertical so much? I work for a cinematographer. You can subscribe. Let me clear my throat. No. So we had a lot of interesting things that we were talking about. I don't know what the audio is like. I'll check it out. But she'll probably edit it. I always say edit it, edit it the next week or so, whatever. Her podcast is Happy Being Well at Happy Being Well. I should write that too. At Happy Being Well. So we talked about a lot of stuff. The concept, Happy Being Well podcast. Okay. So we've known each other for a while. We covered a lot of stuff. So the whole concept was how do you keep yourself calm and centered. I don't even think we used that word once. I just came up with it now. Do you guys see I made boobs? It's called a bra. But we discussed how to stay calm, centered. I don't think we used the word centered once, but I'm using it now. During external chaotic events and internal or micro chaotic events. And so we broke all that down. And I don't think there's macro. So that's things that are the whole world. It's happening to everyone, right? I mean, I don't want to get into it, guys. There's things that I don't even want to say constantly. And the fucking movie Minority Report is not, it's like, if you haven't seen it, you have to see it. It's like, it's just in my head whenever I speak sometimes. So macro, an example of macro that we kind of defined today would be, see, I can't say it. There are a couple things I want to say, but I don't want to be on some list at some point for saying it. Things that are way, way out of our control, like things that are happening in Minneapolis. I'll say that. Things that are happening in different places on the planet, which have been happening forever, right? So that'll be more macro. Things that are happening that are far away from us. And then micro will be things that are like Whitney will be quote unquote micro for me, right? My sister. Or things that are in your family, or things that are in your community, or things that are here or there but that's still external. So the point I want to drive home with this is that external and micro or macro will always be something that we do not have control over. Okay. What we have control over is our internal circumstances, and that is it. This is my true belief. You guys go do what you want. I'm not giving you advice. I'm telling you this is my experience. To be able to understand, discipline, and navigate the world through your own internal circumstances, being on point, which takes a lot of focus and concentration. That I'm good no matter what. I know what to do for me no matter what. So that's internal. I don't think we have a shot in hell navigating, much less controlling external circumstances, macro or micro. This is me. This is Ashley Cummings. Nice to meet you. Um, it's a pleasure. Um, I don't think we have a shot in hell in that, but what we can do is get our internal circumstances on point. What does that look like? I mean, whatever it looks like for a different person is what it looks like. We all have our different stories, our different histories, which shape and completely curate how we navigate life and how the choices that we make, the people that we attract, the people that we choose to keep in our lives, the people that we decide we don't want in our lives, the the things that we will endure, and then also the things that we will reject. So getting super in touch with yourself, the present moment, and what your internal circumstances are and what you want them to be. So for me, for example, radical forgiveness. I forgive myself all the time because I make mistakes all the time. I got over this whole fucking lie that we're supposed to be perfect. I don't believe we are here to be perfect. I believe we're here to be messy. I believe we're here to be learning. I believe that when we make mistakes, we learn lessons. And some of us don't, right? Some of us go, what is it called? Why is it lately especially? I'm always chopping up like the most basic quotes. Um, so you make a mistake, and then instead of being accountable for that mistake, you dig your feet in deeper, you double down, or triple down, or quadruple down. Thank you, Ashley. I love your brain. That's just me talking to myself. Uh, so you can choose to like double, triple down when you know you've made a mistake, or you can choose to be like, I made a mistake. I could have, or not even, you don't even have to say that. I could have done things differently. I could have made a different choice. I feel the people that are enabled to do this, to at least admit that they could have made a different choice, that there could have been a different way that they handled a sticky or um, tricky situation, at least, at least that. But most people on this planet, in my experience, or at least people with power or success or money, will double, triple, quadruple, whatever down. And it's in the service of no one. It's in the service of no one to continue to lie to yourself and lie to everyone else. Serves no one. Specifically, the person that the lies are spewing out of their unconscious mouths. So I just wanted to pop in really quickly and thank you guys, any of you that were there. That was a podcast that's pre-recorded with my friend Rita at Happy Being Well podcast. It should be out in the next week. And we were just talking about how to navigate everything that's happening right now because there is a lot going on. And I'm pretty sure that was weird. I took a deep breath and like the upper like vertebrae of my back all cracked, which felt good. I know that you wanted me to go on there and talk about breathing and talk about meditation and talk about this and talk about that. I don't think you can meditate your way or breathe your way out of the things that a lot of us are facing right now and feeling right now on a macro level, being on a global level. Okay. On a micro level, when it comes to family and friends and business relationships, stuff like this, I don't think we can navigate either macro or micro without having navigated our internal circumstances for ourselves first, right? And establishing what that even means for us. Um, what's up, Nasty Neil? Not sure why you try to talk about serious issues, but have what? That's true. What the fuck did you just say to me? Oh, I thought it was Nasty Neil that said that. Not sure why you try to talk about serious issues, but how let's talk about my tits. Um, okay, again, hi Doom, thank you. Who the fuck is this guy? Fudgical XXX. It's called I put on a bra. Okay? You guys all made fun of me for not wearing a bra. I'm wearing a fucking bra. Fuck yourself. Whatever your name is. Um, what's your fucking name? Fudgical XXXXX. You sound like a really solid together person. So, back to what I was saying. Gosh, and then you have to navigate retarded people. I'm not talking about people that are actually retarded. This guy is like literally just a retard. As a former what'd you say? As a former chess club kid, you're incorrect. Okay, thanks. Go ahead. Let's go. You want me to do your Valentine show? That's my and you made me drop my lip gloss. I'm not doing your Valentine show anymore. Um, Nasty Neil. As a former chess club kid, yes, I know. I said the hardest thing for me to learn was the movements of the different pieces. So your incorrect chess terms are driving me crazy, but I'll let it pass. All right. I'm glad that was the takeaway. Hi, Kung Fu Panda. That's why we can't have nice things. Like my channel that used to be a safe, nice place. Literally all of I'm not even gonna say it. Can you say it for me, please, Kung Fu Panda? So I don't have to say it. It starts with a it's 3 words. No, it's 4 words. Go blank. No, it's 3 words. Go blank yourself. Okay? Um, pun intended, possibly. Um, thank you. So, love Rita. I've known her for a really long time, like 6 years. Again, her podcast is Happy Being Well, and, her intention was for me to talk about breathing and meditation. First of all, if you have not appreciated or understood what deep breathing and meditation practices can do in times of chaos or trauma, like I wouldn't say I mean, it's always a great time to start anything positive for you and your life. I feel that. But like the world doesn't feel even for me, doesn't feel super fucking safe. And I don't feel like even for me, I can meditate or breathe myself out of it sometimes. But I am also a person that has experienced trauma and healing trauma. So there's that part too. Um, thank you, Nasty Neil. I don't know why I thought the other person was you. Um, but what was I going to say? Yeah, again, so her topic was macro and micro, and I love Rita, but I think they're the same. Um, if we don't have our internal circumstances sorted, I don't think we have a shot in hell at dealing with external, whether macro or micro, whether far away or close, is my understanding of the question or the conversation. Um, so I guess it's just me saying, even me, who spent 25 years working on disciplining my mind and on internal circumstances, it's still tricky because we all go through stuff, right? We all have different stories, different histories, different places that we're coming from. Like one thing that always surprises me about my sister is like different words that I'll say that she says that mean like it'll mean something different to me than to her. Like, I'll say, "I love you." She's like, "I don't like that. I don't like that word." I'm like, "You don't like the word love? Okay." So, yeah, I like but we're all again, even if you're in the same family, you grow up in a different you have a different experience. Like, she had a different experience with my parents than I did. And I think that's true for every family, no matter how close you guys are in age or whatever. Um, so my main message is this: love you, mean it. I think everyone should just try to do the best that they can, and taking care of what's inside of you will always be what dictates what's outside of you, and will always be the toolbox, the weapons that you have to defend yourself, to stand up for yourself, to navigate with clarity. Clarity. When you're outside of yourself, you're not clearly thinking, like that fucking asshole, whatever his name is. Um, don't get me hot right now. Um, I am not in the mood, which means I'm in the mood. Um, so clarity, I think, can only ever manifest or be something that you can utilize if you've understood the inside of yourself and what you want from yourself and what you want from everything that is external to yourself, if that makes sense. No, they never came. I think that was a joke, by the way. I'll have to ask Papa about that. Hi, Frankie. I'll have to ask him because they never came. But that was hilarious that he made me go downstairs and check the mailbox for them. I didn't even know what pasties were, guys. Do you know what they are? On a serious note, going through a lot of near-death experiences and surgeries over a 5-year period of time changed my life for the better. I'm sure it didn't feel like that while you were going through it, right? But I understand what you're saying. Yeah. So pasties are not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to say thank you guys for watching a podcast being recorded. Um, what was the other thing I was gonna say? I hope you guys are amazing. And what does it look like to go inside yourself and to be on point with your internal circumstances? I don't think it has to be breath. I don't think it has to be yoga. I don't think it has to be meditation. I think it has to be whatever version works for you, where you know your internal circumstances, meaning you know who you are, and that's unshakable. You know what you feel is good for you and what is not good for you, and that's unshakable. And you don't let external things fuck with that. For lack of a better word, excuse my language. I've been with a 2-year-old on FaceTime for like an hour and a half. So I'm like, fudge, like da da da. He's so cute. We're gonna have lunch tomorrow. For example, this woman, big ups Rita. I'm not actually gonna say it because like I don't have her permission to say it, so I'm not gonna say it. But she's been through a lot by herself, and I'm very proud of her. And she's a very strong person. Um, knowing what internally is acceptable to you, knowing what internally you want and do not want, and operating from there. So the external is always going to come. There's never going to be a version of this life where it's not on the way or it's already affecting you in some way. But sticking to the thing that you can control. Again, back to this list. Forgot who told me to do it. You write, it's very easy. Doom, you know about if Doom is still here. Doom took up all my index cards. I'm not joking. So you write a list. Doom. I love Doom. But he does take up a lot of my post-it notes. Not post-it. Do not confuse me with Ron Fuddle. Okay, I'm going to use a bag of weed. I'm not joking. You know I'm not joking. Okay. So this is a bag of weed. We love doom. Okay, so you'll make a list that looks like this. Probably not on a bag of weed. Things I can control. Things I can control will be on this side. Things I cannot control will be on this side. So make a list. Things that you can control. Myself, my behavior, my reactions. I'm not great at that most of the time, but again, I'm not here to be perfect. I don't think any of us are. And then things you can't control is basically everything external to yourself. Gotta go smoke some weed now, guys. What's up, Kung Fu? When you spoke about taking your parents to heaven, yeah? I felt like you showed who sorry, excuse me. When you spoke this big dick in my face. When you spoke on taking your parents to heaven, I felt like you showed who you are. I'm sure they were both grateful to have you there. That's love, yeah. Um, yeah. Such an idiot and a loser. Yeah, the most important thing I've ever done in my life, and I've done a lot, is taking my parents to heaven. So there are a lot of people that value different things, and also you can have different relationships with your parents and different relationships with yourself. But there was no version of me not doing what no one else would do, specifically with my mom. Like my mom and I weren't like my dad and I. My dad was my best friend, you know. When he went down, it was just like fuck that, you know. When his stroke happened, that became the priority of my life. With my mom, it was the same, but Whitney was like a lot more involved and kind of controlling and weird. Um, same as it ever was. Thank you for saying that, Kung Fu Panda. Out of everything I've ever done in my life, it's taking my parents to heaven. So there's that. All right, guys, have fun being fucking assholes. Um, James Diamond, I haven't seen you in so long. You're in deep shit, and you know that. I took my mother to Applebee's once. I just heard about Applebee's recently. Like I've been to one. Like my dad and I used to drive back and forth from DC to Miami and stuff, or like DC to New York, whatever. And we've been to Applebee's, but it's like a place you stop by on the highway, right? I don't know. Okay, guys, I will be on Whelp tonight. I think we're gonna be live. If I have the link, I'll share it. It's sorry, it's this Whelp. So like and subscribe to their channel. I'm there every night except Wednesday nights. They don't always do live. I hate it when people make me cry. Is Kung Fu Panda, where do you live? So Applebee's is like, how do I explain it? It's like Fridays. It's like a Fridays. It's like you can get like chicken wings, buffalo wings, and like beers, I guess, if you're into beers, or like I don't know. They must have some apple things on the menu. I hope so. Maybe you can get like an apple cheeseburger. Um yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to elevate everyone. Um oh, what's up, dude? All right, guys, have an amazing evening and a better tomorrow. Is there a fucking apple pie at least? There better be. There better be. Like Cheesecake Factory, they have 100,000 things on the menu, but they at least have like 15 different types of cheesecakes that you can get. Applebee's, can someone find that out for me, by the way? Applebee's better have an apple pie. I remember going to Applebee's like 3 or 4 times in my life, and it was always, like, off the 95, like, driving from DC to Miami or DC to New York, and it felt like a Fridays, but it was an Apple Days, an Applebee's, like, they probably are owned by the same people, the colors are not even that off, the menus, I think, are pretty similar, and it's like you can get, like, I don't know, mozzarella sticks. I don't know, it's just like you stop by there when you're like you need to stop on the highway. I've never been to a place where there's an Applebee's, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no DC. I've lived in DC, New York, Brazil. Fuck, where else have I lived? Miami. I've never seen a prime commercial real estate situation that has an Applebee's. It's usually off the 95 or whatever. This is my experience. Yo, what's up, this dude? I don't know how to say your name, but I appreciate you. Applebee's has an apple pie. Exactly. And by the way, I will bet you guys, I'm 70% sure Applebee's and TGI Fridays or whatever it's called, Fridays, owned by the same people. Okay, guys. Love you, mean it. Gotta go. See you later. Bye bye.